Yo lovers, welcome to Sex, Love and Everything in Between with Jacob and Meg.
This is the place we have real, raw, very deep, and sometimes incredibly spicy conversations about relationships and sex. Let's get into it. Enjoy the episode.
Hey lovers. Hey lover.
Hi.
How are you today?
I am good.
You're good?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so good. I'm glad to be back.
Me too.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been missing in action. We've been parenting. We've been consumed by life. And we're glad to be back in the podcast studio today. And before I introduce our guest, I just want to share how I came to know about this man. And it was back when I was starting my men's work journey. And I started to learn about all of these amazing people on the Gold Coast and the Sunshine Coast. Guys like Blaze Grinner, shout out to him, my first men's coach. Lynn O'Holler, who's like a big brother to me. All of these other people that came out of the woodwork, and it felt like all of these people all of a sudden were doing life coaching and transformation work, and we're doing the men's work, and we're chanting in the forest, and we're doing the rage work. And they all kept talking about this guy Pete, and they kept talking about this bridge experience and this event that they all went to, and I kind of felt like I was missing something. So when I first started working with Blaze, he started talking about P and Preston Smiles and the Conscious Man Brotherhood. And I was like, oh, this is what I want more of in my life. Mm. And some of the processes and some of the teachings that I learned from Blaze like 6 years ago, he learned from this man, and I still use today. There's still things that I bring into my coaching containers, my retreats, and I just think there's such a blessing when things filter through the community, when something of substance filters through the community and serves the collective. It's powerful. And then a couple of years later, I jumped on this call with one of my favorite teachers, John Wineland, and Preston was on there as well, Brian Reeves and Stephanos. And it was 4 men that were all in the same industry that could have easily been seen as competitors and could have easily just said, no, I'm not going to work with this other man because he might take my clients or I might not get as much. And just seeing these 4 men just stand alongside each other and give. I'm pretty sure it was a free call. And I got the opportunity to ask a question, and I'm excited to dive into more conversations around relationships and holding visions together and separately. But I asked a question that was, how do I break it to my wife that I'm on fire and I'm going after this huge vision, and please don't come into my office and annoy me. Please just leave me alone for the 2 weeks straight. And I remember Preston and John had just the funniest answers, like, hey man, you got to break it to. You got to say, baby, I'm on fire right now. And listen, if that door's shut, it means you're not allowed in unless it's a 10 out of 10 emergency.
That's actually transformed our relationship.
It's changed our relationship. And what I remember both of you really confirmed this, is like, and just let her know that next Thursday you're all hers. Just give her and we use this in all, like I give this to so many men, frame the future. Give her a frame in the future that she can look forward to, that you can commit to. And then you've got to follow through on that, of course. That's the actual work. But I remember that call just being so transformative for my relationship and my work. And I haven't even done anything with you, brother. So I just want to say thank you. Welcome, Preston Smiles, to the podcast, man. And I'm so grateful to have you here.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's cool. That's a beautiful introduction. And, many years ago, 20 years ago. That's crazy because I'm so sexy that you wouldn't think that I was as old as I am. But 20 freaking years ago, I had a heart condition come up. And I didn't want to die. And so I basically said, God, if you lead me and show me, and I'm going to open myself, I will never not help, no matter what it looks like. If I'm in a Starbucks, a Walmart bathroom, on a stage, it doesn't matter where I am, I will serve. And I've kept to that promise 20 years later. And a part of that promise is not gatekeeping the dope shit that I make up and create and put into the world. There's been so many people who've come through our spaces, more than you could name, that have come out of Bridge and Extreme and had huge careers and stole 80% of the exercises and like literally just take everything. And, for me and us, I just believe in an abundance. I believe in abundance. I believe in a world that's beautiful and abundant and perfect as it is. And it's not my job to gatekeep beautiful shit, because the point of this is actually for us to help each other and to reach as many people as humanly possible in the name of love. And so in the name of love, thank you. Thank you for the work that you do. And shout out to Blaze and Lino and Wah and all the other guys who come through Bridge and then blew their businesses up and did good work.
Yeah. And the thing too, man, like that I see in you, and what I want to talk about today is like those guys, they had what I wanted. They had impact, they had service, but they also had the family. Like what I hear in you and what I've seen in some people is like they want to serve, and it's not necessarily in the warmth. They want to be on the stage, but they don't want to have to do it anywhere else. They want to. We talk about the difference between grandiosity and greatness, and like a lot of people are seeking grandiosity, but they don't want to do the things that like the day-to-day things that make them great. And like that's the thing that Blaze really illuminated for me. And so many times I've thrown tantrums in rooms with Lino when we're doing we're in business masterminds together, and he's like, "Hey, Jakey boy, it's going to be okay, man. I don't know what I'm doing here." and he's deep, that voice that he has. And I think, brotherhood has been a huge part of it for me. Yes. Being able to be the husband that I am, the father that I am, and then also to continue the path that I'm on as well, man. So, yeah.
Let me say this. To me, this whole self-development, transformation, spirituality, there's no fucking point to it if you can't bring it back to your family. If you can't bring it back to the people that matter the most. A lot of people just, they want to feel important. They want to prove to the bullies, to the people who called them fat, the people who called them faggots, or whatever the case may be when they were young. They want to prove to their mom or dad. That proving energy is not wrong or bad, but it's first stage. It's elementary. And it's the distinction you're speaking about, especially in our industry, is there's a big difference between information, transformation, and demonstration. And the people who make the biggest impact are walking, talking, living, breathing demonstrations of the work that they teach. And there's no difference, right? And for me, I've been in this industry a long time, and I've only did like this the whole time. Slow, right? I've seen people come and go. People shoot up to the top and they're skirt, boom, and gone, right? And like 20 years later, I'm just still coasting. And to me, the biggest piece to that, and I say this from the humblest place possible, is because I actually give a fuck and because I actually live the work that I talk about. You can't say shit about me because this is who I am, whether the cameras are on or the cameras are off. I'm a giving person. I love humans. I love humanity. We were talking about our both shared energy around I like people. Like I get filled. Like, if I could go to a coffee shop or a party and like be at the party but no one talk to me, but I can observe them and like see them do things, that shit feels so good to me. I'm like, yes, right? Meanwhile, my wife, if somebody just comes in our house, she's like, I'm drained. I need 6 days to recover from them walking in the house. So we're just, it's cool. It's cool.
I feel that, like, I've seen your work online, but like feeling you in person too. You're like, you have such a fertile energy. Like there's such an aliveness to you. And you even just spoke of like love and God then, and just knowing like you're a father of 4, like by what I feel from you, you're like a devoted husband, like the way you show up and the impact you create. Yeah, just feeling that can only come from that devotion to something other than you. Being moved by that with how much you hold and how much you create as well.
Yeah. My mentor, Michael Beckwith, who married my wife and I 10 years ago, this July, he came up with the 4 states of consciousness. So the first state is to me. That's where we believe the world is happening to us, right? It's the rain's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's my wife's fault. It's the kids' fault. If they would just be quiet, then I could be fine, right? Second stage, by me. This is where most entrepreneurs are. They go, I make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to will things into existence. Third stage is through me, and this is the one that I try to wake up every morning and operate from, where we get out of the way and we surrender the by me energy, and we say, Spirit, God, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, Allah, what would you have me say? What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? And we allow ourselves to be led, and then to me, by me, through me, as me. Fourth stage is where there is such a understanding that there's no place where God isn't, that every move we make is from that consciousness. I don't know if either of you've ever been extremely high, but I have. You ever been so high that you're like, there's nothing to do?
Yeah.
Because God is, right? That the Buddha nature, the Christ consciousness, that tapped in moment, that feeling when the MDMA hits at the top, that moment when the mushrooms come down and you're like, there it is. That moment in church when you get the Holy Spirit and you're locked in. That moment when you're on the dance floor and there's nothing but just goodness flowing. That is the as-me consciousness. And a lot of people visit those places. That's why they do those medicines and drugs and things of that nature. My work, just for me, fuck everybody else. For me, my kids and my family, is to touch that daily. I'm not even lying to you. Like, even coming here, we were late to this podcast, and we're fucking biking through the sweltering heat. And I have a moment where I'm like, what if you just enjoyed this? What if you just decided to think this is awesome? And like, allow your body to be filled with deep gratitude for the perfectness of this moment.
What
I feel
if?
so moved by this conversation already. I'm like tearing up. I feel like, we're 18 months into being parents now, and I'm like, I already knew becoming a mother was going to be like the deepest spiritual practice. And it is such a daily practice, like you said, to find that state and to surrender to what is. And I know the deepest suffering I've experienced in parenthood is only when I want it to go one way and it doesn't. Like, that's the only time it's really fucking hard, right? Is when I'm in resistance.
Facts.
And I felt this way in my birth too, right? Yes. I knew coming into my birth that my only job was to not resist. My only job was to, how completely can I offer myself to this moment? And yeah, that's a daily practice in business. And this is a conversation we want to continue into here too. Like, that when you're running businesses, when you're also in parenthood, when life is so full, that is such a deep daily practice to become the offering. And
yes,
what was the fourth state again?
As me.
As me.
Yeah.
Yes. So to me, by me, through me, as me.
Yes. And for me, that's how fully can I offer myself, be the offering into this moment and be with what is here. Yeah, so beautiful. Good. And we were talking just before the podcast too, you're a father of four, you have multiple businesses, right? You hold a lot, right? And I'm sure you have 4 acres and just all that, tending to a home. I'm
so
feeling
much.
the bigness of that now with parents too.
Yes.
Just the daily tasks of things and how much, that it is, the offering yourself to that, the not being, there's so many moments to contract, or so many moments as you're holding so much, the offering of that is so important. And that's what I was going to say too, being a father of 4, you were talking about the chaos that comes with parenthood, and it's the more just acknowledging that parenthood and life is chaotic, but when we're in that practice of can I offer myself to this? It's the only way to be with it.
So the chaos theory says that if you pull far enough back from anything, you'll see the fundamental order there. And so when, for example, 4 kids, 8-year-old, 6-year-old twins, and a 4-year-old. And the 4-year-old, we call him, he's basically a terrorist. He's awesome, and we love it, and we like celebrate him. But even everybody in the house, everybody at the school, everybody everywhere is like, oh yeah, Cassius just has different rules. So like, and you have to parent each kid according to who they are, not like this Gestapo, like, oh, there's only one rule in this house. It's like, what does this being need from us? And Cassius will put everybody to bed, and Cash will say, okay, everybody go brush your teeth, go to bed, do the thing. And he'll be like, nah. And we're like, nah, bro, like for real. Go brush your teeth and go to bed. And he's like, nah, I think I'm sleeping with y'all tonight. And we'll be like, hey man, for real. Like mommy and daddy need time to watch our shows and to love each other and talk. We need you to shut the fuck up and go to your bed. And he's like, I don't do that. I do what I want here. And it's so funny because literally I have these moments where I'm like, okay, the adult version of me, the personality wants this dude to go over there so we can have sex, so we can talk, so we can do all the things. And like, and there'll be a day where I miss this, right? There's only so many summers. There's only so many moments. And it's long and it's short. It's such an interesting conundrum. And each kid invites a different level of leadership. So with Cash, all of the kids know, everybody in the house knows that if you go too far, there's a lot of leeway, a lot of threshold of tolerance because our nervous systems are wide and deep and big. We also are aware of mommy's luteal cycle, and there's a lot going on, right? And so, but they know, everybody knows that if you go too far, you hit somebody, you disrespect mommy, you know, start destroying stuff, daddy's gonna get you. I'm going to get you. And with all the three other kids, all I have to do is just say, hey, you got one more of those and we're gonna have a problem. And they're like, cool, my bad. With Cash, I say, you got one more of those and we're gonna have a problem. He goes, bring the problem then, bro. Bring the problem. And he'll literally be like, fight me then. And I'm like, do you understand? I can throw you in a trash can. And he's like, do it, right? And so he invites me to, and I don't hit my kids, but I will restrain them. And so there's been plenty of times, we have 3 places that I take him. One is in the garage, where with all of them, I always separate them from the environment and the show. Because kids will act a certain way when they have an audience, and especially if mommy is there. Right? So I always separate them from the environment. The second rule is I don't leave them when I separate them, because I don't want them to feel isolated. I don't want them to feel like they are not loved. But I do want them to understand there is boundaries in our household, and that there are certain consequences that occur when those boundaries are crossed. So I separate them and I sit there. They scream, they cry, I hate you, I hate this, da-da-da-da. Daddy still loves you, and I'm right here. When you're ready to apologize, we'll walk outside. Until then, we'll be in this room. With Cash, I have to go extra loving. And so I'll lock him in the garage with me, block the door. He'll be punching my legs and doing shit, and like he'll get naked. A few months back, he looked at me and he went like that, and I was like, what are you doing? And then I saw pee just going down his leg. He was like, I'm just gonna pee on myself. That'll get me back in the house. And I'm like, no, it won't. No, it won't. Not with me, bro. With mommy, that would have got you back in. But we're gonna sit here in your pee, right? And so I have to go super extra high level loving with him. And so once we're in the garage, I'll say, do you want a hug? Daddy will give you a hug right now. All I want to do is help you, buddy. All I want to do is help you. You want a hug from daddy? And he'll make his sounds and his growls, and eventually he'll get close to me, but he won't say he wants the hug. So he'll just be like, go ahead, do it. I grab him, put him in my arms, and then we'll sink into it. It's such a journey. I'll just say, the chaos of parenting, and you guys are in it, and it's going to get better. Better and more challenging, better and less challenging. 3 is the hardest age in the game, in my opinion, and it's still so beautiful. So Yeah, that's what I got for chaos.
Can I just?
You go.
I was like that. Even just the way that I think there's so many times I think I got isolated as a kid, and I got separated and left alone, and even just you saying that, like, just to stay. I think that I didn't need anything other than someone to stay with me. And there's times in my adulthood when my dad has done that, where I've been going through something, and it makes me feel like, oh, maybe I didn't get it then, but there's times that I did get it. And I think that level of like true containment and masculine depth and presence,
Facts.
like that, like, if you ask me what is going to really change the world, like that to me. And yeah, I've been listening to an incredible teacher called Martine Prechtel, and you've used the word beauty a few times. And like, that's what you bring your beauty. And I asked the men in our, we've got a facilitator training starting today with 15 men. And I said, I want you to consider that you are beautiful and what that means.
Facts.
And as I said it, I was like, I've never actually considered, I would never call myself beautiful. And I find it really hard to receive love.
That.
Really hard. Can be generous with it, but then there's this other side of it, like that you just spoke about. I was like, what a wonderful thing for Kash's nervous system to receive someone that is devoted to the process.
Facts.
Not devoted to the finish line.
That.
And that is like the gift that I think most men miss in relationship, that most men miss in the long-term game of business, which you speak to, like, you're still here.
Yes.
And there's a level of audacity that comes from staying.
Yes.
I'm going to stay in this, with this, and process this with you. I'm in this. I'm going to be here with you.
Yes.
And I think that's such a gift, man. And even just the way that you said that, it's given me even more permission to like, you probably had other stuff to do that night. You know, you had
yes.
Like, so, like, and this is something that I've been it's like, you let him know that he was a priority.
Facts. That.
Hey man, you're important. Hey, this is important to us because we are a family. I'm your father. We have a relationship, and I'm going to prioritize the relationship that we have because it's important to me.
Yes.
I'm not going to say I've got to get to work or go sort it out with your mom or hey mate, I've got other stuff to do. Here's a toy or here's a screen or here's a lolly or here's a smack. It's like, I'm not going to outsource our relationship to something else. And that's a gift, man. Like, what a gift. And thank you for really outlining in such a beautiful example what I would call masculine containment in as a father, or even as we've had so many times where I've had the opportunity to be that in our relationship as well, and then just reminding myself it's okay to receive that as well as a man.
Yes. To me, again, going back to information transformation demonstration, most of us did not get powerful, conscious dads. And so it is our duty to be a demonstration of all that we would like to see in our children, because they will be soaking in and learning by way of what they see more than what they hear us tell them they need to be. And so one of my practices is letting them see daddy mad. Daddy's moving through anger right now. Daddy's sad. Daddy's feeling all kinds of grief, and I'm having a hard day right now. Right? And romance. Our kids go to a public school now. They used to go to a private school. And some of the mothers at the school follow Alexi and I. And so there's a little so that trickles into the kids. And so my son came home maybe a few months ago, and he's like, "Are we rich?" I was like, yes. Why do you ask? He's like, "How much money we have?"
Is this your eldest?
Yes. And I said, "I'll talk to you about it, but tell me what's the line of questioning? What's behind this?" And he was like, "Oh, well, people at school say that you and mommy are rich, and that we're rich, and that you guys are like teachers, and like you guys do podcasts." And I said, "Yeah, that's true." And we start talking about money, and I was very open with him and said, "Yeah, like money is beautiful and it's always flowing. And yes, mommy and daddy would be considered into the category of rich, but we're really rich, not because of what's in those bank accounts. but because of how we interact with you and the world and the lizards and how we are with our dogs and how much mommy and daddy love each other. Do you know when daddy runs around and touches mommy's booty and kisses her and does that? That's richness, buddy. And I'm explaining to him, and you can see the like neurons firing off. Like, oh, to me, most of us didn't get conversations like that. We didn't grow up seeing and having adults understand how to, in one way, program us to see the world in a holistic way. And so, yeah, I think there's just a big importance. That's why, again, I don't gatekeep my work, is because it then trickles out everywhere, you know, and it finds its way into epic men like yourself and epic women like yourself. Yeah.
I love, it's just sparked when you were talking about saying like we're really rich because I'm like running around, you know, spanking mommy's booty and stuff. And I'm like, I think there's a quote around about what are your children going to say when they're adults in rooms you've never been into about how they grew up and like your relationship. And just like that. Yeah, like all the work, you know, for our marriage that we've done on ourselves and just like the daily practice of marriage is not just for us and not just for feeling free in our body and free in our home and free in this.
Yes.
It's like, it's for them.
Yes.
It's for like, it's for our grandchildren. It's for all the generations to come. And just that like imprint we're leaving, just not in our home, but beyond that is just so beautiful.
So let me touch on this because you're nailing it.
Thank you.
In my work, I teach that capacity, nervous system capacity is almost everything. Right? A safe body, a loose butthole is the game, right? And most people, all of us are like bathtubs filled with water. And the bathtub itself is the capacity that we have. And life is always pouring into that tub, right? Money, taxes, relationship, all kinds of things are pouring into the tub. And most people are born with their tub almost full because they've been passed down family heirlooms, generation to generation of trauma and cycles of scarcity and all kinds of energetic baggage that doesn't belong to them. And so they're coming into the world with their bathtubs already almost full. And so some of the biggest work in the game is to pull that plug and to create energetic real estate in the body. Create capacity for that which we say we want and then some. And how we do that is we reveal where it's scary. We reveal the traumas. We reveal the lies, the secrets, the things that are keeping, because those things are stored in the body. The body's a living library and it stores these things. And so we reveal, we release, right? So I had something come up for me the other day and I called my best friend in LA. And I said, I just want you to hold this with me. I already had a conversation with God, but a part of that conversation, God said, this gets to go to a human too. And so I revealed to him what was coming up for me. And once I shared it with him, I felt, whew, okay, there's the release, right? The wave. I felt the wave of sadness first, and then followed by like a relief, right? And then in that moment, I did what we teach is a stress breath, which is a way to re-regulate the body. So double inhale, release, right? So reveal, release, regulate, and then number 4, rebuild. And to me, that is our job. Literally what you said, everything you said is so true. Your marriage is not just for you. It is for 7 generations. Those are the family heirlooms that will be passed down. Those will be the fabrics and the things you don't know is hitting, but it's hitting so hard. And it's not just for your kids. It's your neighbors. It's the men that come in that group and they go, there's something about him. They won't even know how to put their finger on it. But they'll energetically go, that man is tapped in. Tapped in, right? And they'll go, oh. I'll never forget. 25 years old, I have a heart condition come up. I'm scared, reaching for whatever. I instantly turn into a angry vegan. I go down the zeitgeist rabbit hole. I'm like, fuck the government. It's all a conspiracy, all the things, right? Yeah. I'm yelling at my parents for eating McDonald's. I'm like, I flip, right? I go that full thing. But then at some point, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And sometimes it's always ask and it is given, seek and ye shall find. We just don't understand that when something is given, it might be given in a package that doesn't feel good at first. So it didn't feel good to have a heart condition at 25. To me, that's like, okay, I don't want to die. That's stupid. I'm 25. But really what it was a gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper because it broke so hard, because the stress and the trauma that I had not processed was so in my body that my body said, fuck it, we're going to break this whole thing then. You're going to get this message. We're going to ring the bell until you get it. So I got it. And the moment I got, P, you have to fight for this life. You have to relearn and unwire the bullshit that was handed to you and reprogram your software with what you actually desire. And so that moment birthed a perspective of, okay, well, who's got what I want? And the moment I was in that conversation, this dude named Judah popped up. And I went, he's got what I want. And so what did I do? I start hanging around Judah all the time. If you go to my Facebook page and you go to my personal Facebook, as you scroll back to the beginning, you'll go, oh, this dude's quoting Judah everywhere, everything. Nothing was Preston. It was always Judah Israel said this. Everything was about him. And it was so beautiful because he was one of my first teachers because he had what I wanted. There was a way that he operated. And I'm speaking to both of you. There's a way that both of you operate that by itself will touch other people's marriages, other people's kids. Right? And to me, it's super important, especially in Australia, because of tall poppy syndrome, because of how you all have been indoctrinated to stay small and to be macho, drinking, fucking that culture, right? Yeah. Australians have the big thighs, right? The muscles.
And tear each other down like
yes.
that. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Far out, man.
I know I just went down a whole rabbit hole.
I love it. I'm adoring this conversation. I've got to play someone a weave if you don't. Yeah. I want to kind of circle back to intimacy as parents.
Yes.
And I feel like I've heard, and I'm sure you're willing to speak about this because I think I've heard you and Alexi speak about this, that there was a time maybe as parents where it felt like your marriage was potentially going to break down.
Yes.
So I'd just love to hear about the spiritual practice of marriage, the devotional piece, the obviously how that has moved for you in parenthood, and what has that looked like to continue to choose each other amongst everything else? Yeah.
Most of us have been sold the same idea around marriage. Like before you were married, and before you even met each other, what did you believe, and I want you both to answer this, about relationships? What would it do?
It would give me children.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Relationship will give me children. Right.
What would it do? That's such a good question. We've been together 12 years, so it's like.
Oh yeah.
What would it do? I feel like there was a happily ever after kind of piece to that. I'm going to find, that this happily ever after.
Once I find my person.
That wasn't what I saw growing up.
Correct.
In terms of the marriages I saw around me, but there was still that part of me that was happily ever after.
Correct. That. Most of us have been sold a Western idea about what happens once you meet your person.
Yes.
And the idea is once you meet your person, you're good.
Everything's done.
Everything's done. Problem solved.
Let's go.
Yes. No more
right
issues. We're good to go. And the stark reality, same thing with parenting, of what comes with it. Like, and I'm sidestepping here, but I'm gonna come back. No one tells, for example, women how deep postpartum depression could be. Most women have never even heard of the word perimenopause until it's damn near too late. We've had 4 different births. One of those children didn't make it. And hospital birth, C-section, home birth, all of those come with different recoveries. There's so much that's not pushed forward. When you think about Pretty Woman and name some like romantic comedies that you've loved.
Oh, I was going to say Dirty Dancing, but...
Dirty Dancing.
I don't
Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Yeah,
This is
well, it's like
revealing a lot
Matthew
about me.
McConaughey. I feel like
Catalyst
Just
Giant
Matthew McConaughey in general. Just Matthew McConaughey. That is the name of the movie. Yes, I feel you on that. The point is that in most of those and the TV shows, we never see the mundane things that happen after. We get the like, oh, we are supposed to be together and boom, we're kissing and making love and it's this, we can't stay away from each other, runaway bride, X, Y, and Z, my best friend's wedding, oh my God, we can't stay away. We never get like 6 years later, 9 years later, the mundaneness of the routines.
Yeah,
and
like a Monday morning in the kitchen.
Correct.
Like, what
we never get sold that.
yeah.
And so most people have a delusion about what marriage is going to do. And I had a delusion and she had a delusion. And both of us are big personalities who both were already making an impact before we met each other. I was already dope and big before I met her. And so was she. That was a part of what made me be attracted. I'm like, you're a fucking unicorn. You're like hot and you like do the thing and you're smarter than me and you have more money than me. Like she was killing it. And then the reality of business, children, everyday living, and the grieving of the relationship you thought you were going to get. A lot of people never let themselves fully feel the pain of, oh, I thought it was going to be like this, but it ended up like this. What they typically do is they just break up and go get a new person to try to match that thing. And what we did was we got a divorce. We broke that first marriage up and then remarried each other and recommitted. We burned the rings at Burning Man, the whole thing. Like
Wow.
$20,000 just in the fucking sand, gone. Like we did the whole thing over again because the first marriage it wasn't a true partnership. We were adventuring the world and doing the damn thing, but the moment the reality of anything you run from will chase you. I personally had been running from myself in many ways for years. And because I grew up in special needs classes and I was like the dumb friend and the not so attractive one and the skinny kid, and there was things that I had going for me, but in the 80s in California, if you were in special needs classes, that's the retarded kids class. So I had this whole story about myself that I was less than everybody else. And so I started to make up for that with my parents by being an out of the way kid. Right? I won't have any needs.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So I'll be a good Christian boy and I won't have needs. So when hard things happen, you know, I got molested when I was 9. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't want to burden them with my stuff. My dad was moving through drug addiction and they're divorcing and there's all kinds of stuff occurring. And so I became this like, I'll just take care of myself. And so I started trying to outrun me. And so my body eventually at 18, 19, I got a skin disease that no doctor could figure out. They just said, you have to wear hats and gloves in the sun. Everywhere you go, you'll get hives all over your body if the sun hits your body. Well, that was my body signaling. You haven't dealt with all this trauma, bro. You're trying to outrun it by being positive Jackson over here and fucking, just keep going. But you got to stop and feel this. Then 25, my body goes, okay, cool. You're going to listen to the skin disease? We'll give you a heart disease. And so, boom, that's the one that started to wake me up. The point I'm trying to make here is, in the marriage, I thought, oh, when I finally get my person, she will read my mind and kiss me and hug me and tell me I'm handsome all the time, and she will center me. And that's not necessarily what I got. And that's not wrong or bad. I'm so glad that I didn't get that, because if I did, I would still be hiding. But because she was willing to stand 10 toes down on who she was at that moment, and because they didn't necessarily match perfectly, resentment started to build. And so we just kept sweeping shit under the rug and pushing the ball forward, sweeping shit under the rug, pushing the ball forward, sweeping shit. And eventually the rug was like a giant mountain, and it broke. And the breaking of it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to both of us, because it humbled me so deeply. Prior to that moment, I was fucking perfect Joe. And after that, it cracked everything I believed in. And then what was birthed from that, and I'm going to stop here, was an understanding about what true partnership was, and what a gift and opportunity I get and she gets to help heal each other's nervous systems in this lifetime. Because what was up for me had nothing to do with her. That was my childhood playing out in my relationship. Shadow parts. Outlawed parts. Hear this word, outlawed parts. We tend to attract people who have outlawed parts of ourselves. So watch this. My wife, straight A student, perfect, fucking perfect in every way. Me? Special needs classes. If I got a C, everybody's like, yes, right? So I look at this is an outlawed part inside of me. She's got it. So I'll get in proximity to the outlawed part. For her, she's plays by the rules. I'm captain fucking break every rule there is. So she gets close to the bad boy, the one that'll do whatever. That guy's big and loud, and he's colorful, and he's all the things. So she gets close to the outlawed parts of herself. That a good Greek girl can't be crazy like that. So I'll just get in proximity to it. Well, that's okay, but if each partner does not realize the outlawed parts within themselves and heal them, they will then resent that in their partner. Boom.
So fucking beautiful.
Yes, very relatable. Very relatable.
I've never heard it spoken as like outlawed parts, and that's really beautiful in that like sense of like, oh, it's too much for me to connect with these pieces in my own body. Like, this is safest. Like you said, I'm going to get in proximity. I'm going to feel it. But then the triggers that come when someone has those outlawed parts alive in them, and you're sharing a home with them. And
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought an engagement ring and gave it to Meg, and it was the wrong one. So I had to buy a second one. I got to buy a second one.
Yes.
There was also a part of me that was hiding that needed to be revealed.
Yes.
And that I thought I was going to die. I literally thought my whole life was going to fall apart. And what it gave me, that journey of, and I didn't really know what I was saying when I said this, but I was committing to one of the deepest practices after Meg had said, oh no, I do like it now. Oh no, I don't like it. Oh no, I do love it. And then she came in and cried to me and she said, I don't like this ring.
This is an ugly piece of shit.
Why is this?
Thank you.
Yeah. And ironically, I didn't ask. I thought I could do it all myself. I didn't ask anyone for help. I went and chose the ring, designed it all myself. So I'm going to do this all because I know her more, and I didn't ask for. Typical. I don't need anyone else.
Yes.
And I got it wrong. I literally just got it wrong because I didn't ask for help. I didn't ask her sisters. I didn't ask her friends. I just didn't ask for help. And
facts.
And I said to her, hey, we get to write our own story now. We get if we're the people that buy 2 engagement rings, so what? This doesn't mean that this is doomed. And anyway, the revealing and the part of me that had to come through, and it kind of like seeded my vows that got said on the wedding, which was and this is like the gift that I think you're talking about when we acknowledge the outlawed parts, and we can actually like what true partnership for me is I said in my vows, I said, you've taught me to love the parts of myself that I didn't even know were worthy of love.
That.
And the humility that I experienced, and the grace and the acceptance of this part of me over and over again from Meg's ability to offer that has, I don't think there's anything like it. And this is I don't know who said it. Someone said it. They said we get hurt in relationships, so we heal in relationship. And I think that those things that happen in childhood happen in relationship, and our partner can, if we choose to be in true partnership, our relationship gets to be the place that we heal.
Facts.
Like you said, you had to chat to God, and like, me and God are good, but I need to go and reveal this. So many men, I say, you know, you can come to the men's group and you can tell us, but there's probably someone in your life that you need to sit down and open up to and be honest with, and we're here.
Yes.
We got you, bro. Like, come back and fall apart. And if life falls apart, just know that our nervous system as a brotherhood is here for you.
Yes.
But there's something courageous that wants to happen in your life. Go back and be a good neighbor. That's our we call it the hidden agenda of our men's work. It's like, we actually don't need you to go and, you know, change 7 billion men's lives. We just need you to go home and if your neighbor wants to borrow your lawnmower, like,
facts,
let them borrow it. If you run out of like onions and you're cooking a stew, don't go to the shop. Knock on your neighbor's door and see if they've got onions. Like, practice being a good neighbor. And that to me has been, and in like you said, like, whether the cameras are on or off, this is who I am. It's like that's how I maintain my depth or my embodiment. It's like, can I actually live what I'm teaching and what I'm experiencing out in these retreats or these workshops or on these calls? Can I come and actually experience it in my life? That. And be a good neighbor.
So good, bro.
Yeah. So I just thank you for illuminating that, because that story it was so it completely blew up who I thought I was. That journey of buying that second engagement ring.
And then the shame I felt, like all my too muchness, and like, but then it was like, I cannot not say this. I cannot hold this in for our entire marriage and what this represents. And it was like bringing up the I'm too much, I'm not good enough. And it was just like
the I'm not enough. Yeah.
Which is exactly the work we do a lot. Like, I do that with women, you do a lot of that work with men. Yeah, it was an initiation.
Massively. And like, I'm really proud. We had a 3-day, we called it the Festival of Love, our wedding, and I like took all my Bitcoin out, and we like, if we talk about becoming the offering, like that wedding, it drained every account that I had. It was a sacrifice, but there was moments where I saw our love changing everyone in the room. Like, I saw something in my dad that I'd never seen before. I saw men completely break down. Like, some of my closest friends that I've never seen, I saw them like completely lose it as I witnessed Meg walk into me. And the ceremony that we developed and we intentionally created, and the way we just gave ourselves over to the process, I saw it move others, and I was like, oh, this is what I want.
There's no money in the world that can replace things like that. That's real richness.
The richness you were talking about, like that I'm still receiving from that weekend. I'm still, and one thing that I'm really proud of for Meg and what she brings is, like, I've seen men that have never felt safe with women for whatever reason. They come into my home because they're a friend of mine, and they sit down, and then I go away and I hear Meg just penetrating them with her heart, and they're just being asked questions that they've never answered at that depth before, and I come back and I can see they've got color again, and I'm like, oh, you've just experienced a safe woman. You've experienced a woman that doesn't want anything from you. She just wants to she's curious and capable, and I think there's such a gift in our relationship. I've seen so many men completely shift out of behaviors that were not what I believe were appropriate for what they said they wanted, to them like deepening and creating relationships with other women. And I've just seen that through them getting to like I'm so grateful for my relationship and for Meg to bring that to them as well.
Yes.
Which has been wonderful.
Yes. Speaking of, one of the big lessons that I'm still unpacking is how to be the sky for the weather of the feminine. Like the old version of me would, in a not so nice way, when my wife and I would fight, I would say things like, I just wish you'd be more feminine. Right? Which is like, just like the death nail to a woman, right? Like, and really what I was saying is my masculine isn't big enough to hold the parts of your feminine that aren't sterilized and
Palatable.
and easy to hold for me. Which is, again, was such a gift to have a woman that's so wide and big and beautiful. If you guys have ever done medicine and you see someone and you're like, oh, that person has some evil spirits around them or some shit like that. Every single time I've ever went into the medicine space and I look at Alexi or even my friends, they're like, she's a fucking angel, bro. And I'm like, I know. Like, it used to make me mad because I'm like, what about me? Like, she's not like that always, you know, like, but the truth is, like, she is fucking.
See her at home.
Yeah, you should see her at home, right? But, like, she is. And, like, what a gift. Like, I get right now the gift of walking her home and being with her through perimenopause. And perimenopause is a motherfucker. Like, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you'll know when you know. And when that moment comes, you'll be like, oh, I remember P talking about this. It is extremely challenging. Insomnia, weird pains, like mood fluctuations, like it is the gauntlet for women. And I feel gifted in being with her powerfully as she rolls through this beautiful journey, because that's partnership and it grows me too. And one of the things I've been saying, and it's so true for me, and it didn't dawn on me until like 2 years ago, is her enduring a menstrual cycle from 13 years old so that I could have these kids. Right? Like when we think about kids, we just like, it happened, right? It happened on this year and then we had children. No. 13 years old to 36, 37, 40 years old. All of that enduring of pain and suffering and having to reconfigure what she's wearing so that it doesn't bleed into her pants. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many levels. And then I'm going to take it a step further. 2 months ago, we're riding in the car coming from Bridge Experience. And I was like, you know what? I'm such an advocate for women right now. I've spent so much time just men. And being a girl dad, I'm like, I just want to know more. So I said, hey, curiosity, out of a month, how much of that month do you feel like yourself? How much of that month do you feel good? Do you know what she said? A week and a half. I almost did a backflip. I'm like, wait, what are you saying? She's like, yeah, like you get like a week and a half of like feeling like yourself, and then the cycle shifts, and then like you're up or you're down or you're somewhere in between. And I'm like, that is fucking nuts. Because dudes know nothing about that. That's not a thing. Is that true? Is that true? Yes, yeah. Right? I've never known that ever. Because we are always kind of like, we have our own cycles, but it's in a 24-hour cycle, and it's like minimal. Yeah. And so most men just don't understand how much women endure. And then add in the patriarchy and this mental load and the mother load of all the details of the house and all the details of the children, and there's a lot to hold while still working, while still trying to be sexy and have mental health and all the things. And so it's just really been blowing my mind, and I'm so grateful for her and for women in general. And I think there's a beautiful reclamation occurring across the board, where it's not either or. Like there's a return to true, real masculinity, while simultaneously women are reclaiming their power and understanding who and what they are and not apologizing for it. And to me, it's like, I've been on this planet for almost 46 years, and I've never felt more of a potent moment when it comes to man and women relating than right now.
I love hearing that so much, because I think you can look around and see so much of the fight.
Yes.
And so much of the,
Yes.
And that, like, what I heard from you then is just that deep, like, honoring and reverence of women and the feminine. And I think that, no doubt, seeing your wife birth, multiple children, all of these things, that is deepened that. But, I know that's why our marriage has been so healing for me too, because I feel that true reverence and I feel that true, like, honoring, not just of me, but for the for the feminine. Yeah, so beautiful.
Look, can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course.
If this is too far and it offends you, just don't even answer.
I don't think it will.
So I've been coming to Australia for 10 years. And this January, or whenever I was just here, I saw something different than I've ever seen in Australia. I was in Burleigh at the kiosk, and we were going on a hike with Phil, and I was waiting for him, and let's say 150 women walked by. If 150 women walked by, 100 of them had shot their faces up and did their lips and did their boobs, and like just fucking transformed, like 100 of 150. I've been coming to Australia for 10 years. I've never seen that in my fucking life.
And that is probably the exact spot too, the walk up there,
Yes.
like right near the kiosk,
Yeah.
and all the same gym shorts and all the same things.
I was like, what is
right.
happening? Like, is this...
Yeah, it's...
It felt like Brazil or something, like plastic surgery time. And they were like 20. They were like 18-year-old girls, like, are just literally, their faces are just everything.
I think that is, and that's, I find that terrifying and devastating, and that it's that age.
Yes.
It's like before they have even begun aging. Like they're still, becoming a woman.
Yes.
And it's the freezing of that in time. And
Yes.
yeah, it's...
What are your thoughts on that? Like, when you see it, I'm sure
so
some
many
of your
thoughts.
friends do it, or...
Thank you for asking this, Preston.
Yeah.
I would like to know your opinion.
I feel like at the underneath all of it is like this deep it's fear of death. It's like this deep I'm gonna get emotional again. This deep disconnection from the true feminine, which is the cycle of birth and death, and this idea that we've been sold as women that femininity is youth, and femininity is, even just with all that's happening in the world with the Epstein files and everything, it's like, let's stay a child and that is what is desirable. Like, so much to that. But I think at the core, it's like this illumination of how deeply disconnected from the true deep feminine our culture is, which is like talking of perimenopause, like that's a rite of passage for a woman.
Yes.
That is something, all the rites of passages that like are biologically inbuilt and physiologically inbuilt in women, that we are not taught of their power, where in fact shown all the suffering and why our bleed is this bad thing, why birth, how horrible birth is, how horrible all of these things, how it's going to fuck up the body, how it's going to take away our youth. And so I think it is at its core this like disconnection from the true deep feminine, which is this beautiful cycle of death and rebirth. And I think when a woman, even in my own, like don't choose to Botox or anything and won't. I have incredibly grey hair, so I dye that right now. But at the thought of that, like, I know that's going to be a part of my future in the next decade or so, and being like, oh, like, I can feel the somatic sensation of, if I go grey, what I'm losing. How would people see me?
Yes.
What kind of, does that mean I won't be desirable anymore? Just like what I would lose. And I just think as women, we are never shown, like, what do we gain in that? Like, where's a fucking postmenopausal woman that we really see in her fucking power and, like, revering that? Like, there's not.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a part of why, I don't know if you've seen my wife's stuff lately, but that's a part of why she's coming back out. Because she's the type of person that like, people, if they want to get in touch with her, they just text me because her phone's in, like, India or somewhere. Like, she doesn't care about anything.
Love it.
But we've been both talking about, like, there is a lack of eldership. There's a lack of demonstration of what that woman looks like and feels like, that doesn't try to look like a 12-year-old boy or a little girl in order to be revered. It's such an interesting conundrum as well. And I don't know where we are with time, but this idea of, I hear the anger of many women of, like, don't try to extract from us. Don't try to look at me as an object. I'm not here to fuck you. But then way underneath, there's this, like, but please do still be also attracted to me and want to fuck me. So I'll change everything about me so that you still want to. That's a hard pill to...
Yes. And on that note, when people say, I'm doing it for me, but I think underneath that is, like, no, there's the cultural imprint of...
Correct.
You want to do that for you so you're seen as desirable.
That part.
Right? Which is such a cult, like, that, like...
Yes.
And it that saddens me, like, when you talk about the 100 out of 150 women that are most likely 18 to 21, and I'm like, that is terrifying to me. Like, I hope to have a daughter in the future. Like, the thought that, like, that already these women feel such a deep pressure to freeze themselves in time, and that there is no relationship with, like, aging.
Facts.
And again, like, at the basis of this is just, like, our deep fear that we leave this planet one day.
Yes.
And that these vessels are, you know, have a time limit. And, you know, we're just trying to run from the inevitable, which you love the work of Stephen Jenkinson, and
emotional, hey?
I love this conversation.
I'm obsessed with eldership right now because it's something that I just crave. I crave, like, you talk about, I'm like, I crave the guy that's been doing it for 50, 60, 70 years. I've been doing it for 6 or 7 years, and people are like, oh, you're the man. I'm like, I'm not. I'm a puppy dog. I'm annoying, man. I'm still trying to be polarizing on the internet. I still have an ego. And Stephen Jenkinson he speaks so beautifully about death, and he said something recently, or I read it recently, and he said, in denying your death, what are you robbing other people of? And I was like, in denying the death of the maiden, what are you robbing society and the culture of? You're like to watch a woman age and grow, and, like, Meg's belly growing. Like, I couldn't sleep for 9 months, man. I was it was like I was on psychedelics for 9 months. Every night was like vivid dreams and vivid, like, what is, and then to watch my son come through her body, and then to see the organ that she grew, and then to see the grace come through her hair, and I'm like, drink her in. And I just find that the feminine is not a form. Like, it is the energy that moves through a woman, and John White and Day they all talk about radiance. And a woman with radiance, I'm immediately like, I will do whatever you want. I will kiss your feet and clear the path. And what food do you need?
Everything has been built based on feminine radiance. Everything. And all things.
And I have just to finish on that, like, I truly believe that a man, I feel that Australia has a soulless kind of design in its cultural makeup. And men disconnected from their soul don't know their own feminine, so they can't respect the initiatory cycles of the feminine.
That.
So we have uninitiated men creating a culture
Yes.
that denies the women's beauty for what it truly is, which is deep within them.
Facts.
It's not what they look like.
That.
And that for me is like my work is so, I'm like, we have uninitiated men
Yes.
that leads to men that have a lack of devotion to the deeper conversation. Like, hey, I don't need you to look that way.
Yes.
I don't need that from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want like owning our beast and being able to have the fuck energy and like be able to like take her,
Yes.
but not take from her.
That.
And we were having this last night. We were speaking about because we did make love last night because I'm going away for 5 days and it was on. But I said I don't want to orgasm, but I want to be inside of you.
Yes.
And I think there was a difference. There was you said there was such a
I said
difference.
after we made love, I said it's such. I just feel like I want to, like, after we make love, all this, like, content wants to move through. It's like, and I was saying there's a difference because Jacob came up to me. It was, like, midnight. He came to me, lay in bed, and the sun's there on the side of the bed. And he's like, I want to be inside of you.
Yeah.
And I said, there is such a difference to the energy of, which I know a lot of women receive from men, of, like, coming with their hunger, but it's the hunger of I want to get off.
Yes.
Not I want to be in union with
Yes,
your body. I want to be
yes.
inside of you because of what that creates for
Yes,
us.
yes.
And I was just saying it's such an energetic difference. It might even be the same words sometimes, but a woman and the sensitivity we have, we feel that. It's like I
Yes.
want to take from you, or I just want to use your body
Yes.
to get what I want, versus I want to dance in this experience
Yes,
with you. And
truth.
yeah, what safety that creates for a woman and the
Oof.
opening that creates for a woman.
Deep. Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are in the pocket. I'm really, really proud of both of you. Legit. I don't. How young are you guys?
I'm 33.
36.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I'm 10 years older than you and a lot older than, 13 than you. And where you guys are at right now, like, when I think about the 33-year-old Preston and then the 36-year-old, 36 is when I had my first child. I was dope then. But I'm ridiculous now.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
I'm ridiculous
Like
now.
mid-40, like I've been,
Yes.
I've been training this last. I've been
Yeah.
like and I'm like, oh, dude, 45-year-old Jacob is gonna be a weapon.
You're gonna be a weapon.
Dude, I could just like
Straight up.
I just know I'm gonna be
Yes.
taking up some serious space. And
Facts.
yeah, thank you for that, and thank you for speaking to that like the long game or the marathon energy that we're not here to finish the game at 30. We're not here to finish the game. It's not over.
Not anywhere close, man.
Yeah.
And it gets better and better and better and better. Literally, I would not trade. I wouldn't want to go back to 33. I wouldn't want to go back to 23. I'm ridiculous right now, and I'm gonna get better. It just gets better. I've made that choice, and to me, the evidence proves it. Like, you just look around, like, God is good, love is real, and you can't miss. I go up, God. I go down, God. I go left, God. Can't miss. So if you can't miss, then you might as well operate your own house money, right? And Spirit, God, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, Allah, Source, can only do for me what it can do through me. So my one job is to clear this vessel so that I can receive and transmit. Receive and transmit. Yes and thank you. That used to be my mantra for years. Anything that would happen. Yes, thank you. Yes to this. Thank you. Let's keep it moving. It would just clear the path instantly. What's next? So I know we're probably getting close.
Yeah.
Where do we at?
This has
1
been...
hour.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
I don't want to hold the other guy up.
Yeah,
too.
perfect.
Can I ask one? Do you have anything that you
No,
want to ask?
go for it. I was going to
like,
close up.
what does I'm just thinking about like what does like 90-year-old Preston and Alexi? What do you guys? Because like I have a vision of like I have a vision of my death, and
Yes.
it's like being carted out to the middle of the desert, and like eagles flying down and eating my flesh as my family sing my songs. I have this like grandiose very idea of it. I'm like I have
Yes.
like, but it's when I finish my life, I have these people.
Yes.
And they feel me, and they love me, and I'm carried by them.
Yes.
What does like 90-year-old Preston and Alexi look like for you? Like knowing that you guys are like true partnership, and that's what you're choosing. What does that? Is there a vision that you hold, or is there something that you see for yourselves?
before I even met her, I've only had one recurring dream ever my entire life. It still happens all the time. I won't say all the time. Probably 5 times a year it comes back. But it's always the same scene. And the scene is I'm in the water. It's tropical. I have long gray dreadlocks. I have yellow shorts on. And we're in the surf. And it's my grandkids or great-grandkids. And I'm pulling them in the water as they catch waves. And there's a house in the background. And I can vaguely see Alexi waving and smiling. And then poof, the dream is gone. Every single time. It's never went past that. So that's about as far as I go for right now. The rest is a mystery, and I like to ride the wave. I'm one of those people. If you told me there's a good movie right now or a good show, I would watch the first 10 seconds of the trailer and then I'd cut it off because I don't want to know anything. I don't want to go to a psychic. I don't want anybody to tell me what's coming. Ride the wave. So I don't know.
That dream's pretty good though. I like that. That sounds pretty magical. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. More winning.
This has been, I've just felt so moved and fed by this conversation. So just so grateful for you and just the man you are and the ripple that you're having in the world and the father I feel you as and the partner. And I'm just really grateful. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation.
Yeah, man, thanks for coming down to Australia and work on that tall poppy syndrome and bringing your magic and also just not, being unchanged no matter what you're doing, fathering, serving, husbanding, mowing the lawn, riding line bikes, whatever it is.
That part, exactly, exactly.
Aho, thanks so much, brother.
Before we close, where can people find you and do you want to speak about any of your work right now?
At Preston Smiles on anything. And or go to thebridgemethod.org. I think we'll be back in Australia in January, deciding whether it's going to be Perth and then here or here and then Perth. We'll see, but the bridge there's nothing like it in the world. Nothing. And it's gotten, it is a living organism that changes and has changed over 10 years. So what Blaze did and what Lino did is not the thing that is happening on Saturday. We change it based on the science, based on what's needed, based on where humanity is. And so if you are in a place where you know that your body, your somatic body, is blocking you from experiencing the goodness that is all around you, and you've done mindset work up the fucking yin-yang and it's not hitting, come see us. We got you.
We might have to come next.
It's funny, we were speaking about the bridge and I was like, we should do it together. Meg's like, should we? I don't know. But I think you might have.
Intense.
I think you might have. I think it might be right up our alley after this one, man.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
So much.
Yeah.